videos. Some of the snippets are like so tender.
Oh, you did? You got a chance to watch everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were some of your favorite little snippets of video?
My favorite is when my mom comes in because you got her like hugging me. And yeah.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
So, I like the ones like right afterwards. Of the baby and me holding baby. Although my face just looks awful in some of them.
You're coming out of the anesthesia?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I liked those, and I'm glad we got to take the camera into the OR too, because those are some of my favorite pictures too.
I know, your heads all together right by each other.
Yes.
Those were awesome.
The ones when I'm like in labor are funny, but I like them. Just like my face in some of them. But it's the moment. It's real life.
It is real life. I like that you were like in the zone in your labor. Like doing what best, feels best, and trying to relax your body and work with your body. I loved those shots. Tell your birth story.
I just remember like you were coaching a little bit.
Yeah, helping out.
Yeah, she's more than a photographer.
Yeah.
You were like a doula, I think. I've never had a doula, but you would be what I imagine a doula would be like. I need water. Here you go.
Yeah, helpful in shots.
Yeah.
I just remember that things weren't going exactly to plan, but Lindsay was there helping and was really helpful between shots and supportive, encouraging, and it just helped the mood in the room.
So why did you guys decide to hire a birth photographer?
Well, I wasn't originally planning on it, just because I didn't think it would be my thing. But then I saw more of your pictures and I just got like so much more excited about my birth. Even though my birthing story didn't go as planned, I was looking forward to how I had pictured it, and I wanted to capture those moments. And even though it didn't go how I wanted, I'm still glad that we hired you and that you came and captured the moments of what really happened.
Yeah.
And especially, like, I know we would have gotten pictures, like Cole would have taken some afterwards, or family, but the quality of pictures we wouldn't have gotten such nice quality.
What did you like cool about having a birth photographer?
I just liked, because Sam was trying to do hypnobirthing and more natural birth. And I'm more neutral on it, but the fact that we were investing in the birth by having a birth photographer, I think it just made us more determined and more optimistic going into it, and just because basically, if you know it's going to be filmed, you're just gonna or photographed, then maybe it's just an extra motivator. So I don't know. That was my motivation, was just the fact that we were investing in the birth.
How would you guys feel if you didn't hire a birth photographer and you didn't have any of the images that I captured for you? Would you have any regrets or miss out on some of those images that were taken?
I feel like I just would have forgotten a lot, because even now it's 4 weeks later, and when I look at the pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of the order of events and what happened. Like, it's so easy to forget, especially for someone like me who has to get a lot of drugs put into them. That really, I feel like, makes you forget what's going on. Even though I wasn't asleep, it's still just the effects of that. So
blurry, fuzzy.
Yeah, it's more, yes, That's a good way to put it. So, you know, had we not had a birth photographer, I wouldn't know what I was missing. But now, since we had a birth photographer, the memory is there.
What about you?
And,
Yeah.
My favorite photos are when big sister gets to meet little baby brother, because I don't think that shot would have been captured. So those are my favorites, and I'm glad that we have them. Just you know, the older child, she's only 2.5, but she's heard all about this baby for several months, and she's seen mommy changing, and she's probably just doesn't know what to expect. So it was pretty fun to see her reaction to that.
And she'll love looking back on those too when she gets older and being like, oh, I was part of that birth. Look, I'm right there. Look at me. You know, and so that's special for her too, that she's in that birth story. She's still a part of it. Did you find me in the room as distracting or invasive in any way?
no, and that's when I first learned about birth photography. I was like, I could never handle having somebody else in the room. Like, that would be too distracting. But it was like you were a ghost, like not even there. And part of it's probably because as the birthing mother, you're so focused and you're just thinking about one thing. So it wasn't at all what I expected in a good way. Like, I didn't want to be distracted and I wasn't. I don't know what it's like for Dad.
Neutral. Doesn't really bother
Not
me,
invasive,
because there's
but not
people coming and going all the time, nurses, and so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's not an issue at all.
Okay. I'm glad that it wasn't an intruder in your birth in any way or affected your birth environment. What would you say to other people that are considering birth photography or Fresh 48 photography, or, you know, they're on the fence? What would you say to them?
just do it. We have nothing to lose. Yeah. But it's worth the investment. I mean, you you might be losing some money, but those memories will never be erased. You'll have those forever, and I think that's important, especially because in birth you never know what's going to happen. You think it's predictable, but it really is so unpredictable, and having somebody else be in charge of capturing those moments and you not having to worry about it at all, I think is worth it.
Mm-hmm. And know you're going to have good quality.
Yeah. Especially because women, we're so, oh, get a picture of this, and when you don't have to worry, that's the last thing you want to be worrying about on your birthing day. Especially if you do have your birth plan and you have a way you want it to go, you can focus on things more than, oh, make sure you take a picture of this and this. Like, somebody else is doing that for you. So
yeah, no stress. No pressure on Dad to pull out the phone and take pictures of this and that and this and that.
Yeah, exactly.
That you just know that no pressure on Dad, no pressure on, a midwife or a doula, because everybody's got their jobs in that birth experience and they're busy. They're doing stuff. They're helping you, and the baby. And so it's nice to have a birth photographer who's actually there. That's a person's job, is to take good pictures.